Welcome to a world of magic, dreams, and timeless fairy tales. Comment your name to get a personalized story. Just comment your name below.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful kingdom full of flowers and shining rivers, a king and a queen lived with a deep sadness in their hearts. They had everything: wealth, power, and love. But they did not have a child. Every night, the queen would look at the stars and quietly wish for a baby. One day, something magical happened. The queen gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. The entire kingdom celebrated with joy. Bells rang, people danced in the streets, and the king ordered a grand feast. The little princess had soft golden hair and a peaceful smile, so they named her Aurora, which means dawn, because she brought light into their lives.
Bless the baby.
To bless the baby, the king and queen invited powerful fairies from all over the land. Each fairy came with a special gift.
Each fairy came
One
with a
gave her
special
beauty,
gift.
another gave her kindness, another gave her grace, and one gave her a beautiful singing voice. Everyone was happy and amazed. But there was one fairy who had not been invited. She was a dark and angry fairy who felt insulted. Suddenly, during the celebration, the room grew cold, and she appeared in a swirl of dark smoke. Her eyes were full of anger. "How dare you forget me?" she said in a cold voice. The king tried to apologize, but it was too late. "In return for your disrespect," she said, pointing at the baby, "when this girl turns 16, she will touch a spinning wheel and die." The entire room fell silent. The queen started crying, holding her baby tightly. The king looked helpless, but just then, one good fairy stepped forward. She had not yet given her gift. "I cannot remove the curse," she said softly, "but I can change it." Everyone listened with hope. "The princess will not die," the fairy said. "Instead, she will fall into a deep sleep. A sleep so deep that only true love's kiss can wake her." The king felt a little relief, but fear still remained in his heart. To protect his daughter, the king ordered that all spinning wheels in the kingdom must be destroyed.
Not a single one must remain.
Not a single one was allowed to exist. He also asked the good fairies to take Aurora far away and raise her in a hidden cottage in the forest where no one would find her. Years passed, and Aurora grew into a kind and beautiful young girl. She lived a simple life in the forest, not knowing she was a princess. She loved nature, sang songs with birds, and smiled at everyone. Her heart was pure and full of dreams. One day, while walking through the forest, she met a young prince. He was kind, brave, and gentle.
I feel like I've known you forever.
When I'm with you, the whole world feels peaceful.
They talked, laughed, and felt something special between them. It was as if their hearts already knew each other, but neither of them knew the truth about Aurora's past. On her 16th birthday, the fairies decided it was time to tell her who she really was. They took her back to the castle. Aurora felt confused and a little scared. Everything was so big and unfamiliar. While wandering alone inside the castle, she heard a strange sound. It was soft and mysterious, like a whisper calling her. She followed the sound up a tall tower. At the top, she found an old woman spinning thread on a spinning wheel. Aurora had never seen such a thing before. "What is that?" she asked curiously. "Come, try it," the old woman said with a strange smile. Aurora reached out her hand, and the moment her finger touched the spinning wheel, she fell to the ground. The curse had come true. The old woman disappeared, revealing her true form, the evil fairy. She laughed and vanished into darkness. Soon, the entire castle fell into a deep sleep. The king, the queen, the guards, the servants, even the animals, everything became silent. Time seemed to stop. Years turned into many years. A thick forest of thorns grew around the castle, hiding it from the world. Many people tried to enter, but none could pass through. But one day, the same prince who had once met Aurora heard the story of the sleeping princess. Something inside his heart told him it was her. He was not afraid. With courage and love in his heart, he made his way toward the hidden castle. As he approached, the thorns slowly moved aside as if they recognized his true intention. He entered the silent castle and walked through the still halls. Finally, he found Aurora lying peacefully as if she was just dreaming. His heart filled with emotion. He remembered her smile, her voice, and the feeling he had when he first saw her. Slowly, he leaned down and kissed her. In that moment, magic broke. Aurora opened her eyes. The castle came back to life. People woke up, confused, but happy. The king and queen rushed to their daughter, tears of joy in their eyes. Aurora smiled, seeing the prince beside her. Love had saved her. Soon, the kingdom celebrated once again, this time even more joyfully than before. Aurora and the prince were married, and they lived happily, bringing kindness and happiness to everyone around them. And the story reminds us that even in darkness, hope never truly disappears, and true love always finds a way.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next magical story.